Hey stoners, and welcome to the stream. Gonna be opening up, well, we already did 5ER, and pretty soon, either if we rank up or in 12 minutes, gonna get clone rifles, so we can try those out, and see how far we get with 5ER. This one we did skip both mines and building health, so we're just gonna try to see if 5ER is good on its own, and either way, I'm sure even if you got mines, building health, you're gonna get there at some point. But right away we can start a few hits. Token wise, maybe we can upgrade some GBE. Right now we're rocking 140. Because we just want to make sure we have enough to max clone rifles and machine guns, but I think we're good either way. If anything, maybe shock bombs at least. Get them to max level. Then try it a few hits. If Mike Wells, Admiral, BUG in the chat. Taxa, James Hindle. Jim Allen drop at 329 and still lose. Well, it's a crazy fast meta. I think I've seen some people do a 333 yesterday. But I hope it's a fun kind of meta. Not like a only fast, seeker, those kind of hits. Except for the one time Guess critter launches are your seekers. Hey, GG boy Volcan. Kristen, Indiana, grinders in the house. You know it. Nice, just got gold using the critter launcher meta. I think it's been a fun one, especially if you can get a bunch of them out on the left ramp. Now we're already matching 9 teams. Some of them with more mines, I don't really like doing the critter launchers. Not critter launchers, critter cannons. Because then they just end up dying and it's a bit dicey. So we'll try a bit different kind of hits. Maybe 2 range on the left side, and everything else on the right. And I think Zook should be fine. Two serums either side. Can shock the left shock launcher. And then we're just gonna flare that, what do you call it, sniper. Get a shield going. Get a bunch more critters. And now just do more serums and stuff. Get over that ER. Rainmakers are getting the left one. Maybe one more shield. Hey, Commander Rob. Let's see if that's gonna be enough. We don't have machine guns yet, so some people could be a little fast. Yeah, maybe not fast enough. We'd have to go either to 19 or just wait a few minutes for clones so we can test those out. I hear they're kind of good at 5 ER, but I don't know about 4s. What's up, Aspie, Sean? Eric, I hear these clones are fast. Looking forward to another fun meta. Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be. Now we're matching some of these 5s. So maybe taking like 3 Zooks and maybe 5 critter cannons. See what kind of times we can get. Drop everyone, get a serum going. Want a bunch of critters. And let's get some more serums. Get a shield because why not? And then some more serums. We'll flourish like almost random buildings. Well, maybe not random, but just want to get all critters everywhere. And then the last ER. Maybe a 322. Hey, Green Valley, Mike Darby. There's Moja right there. Got one more ER. I think that might be kind of the beginning of the 5-year meta, just flaring a bunch of buildings, getting critters everywhere. Sendo, if we unlock critters at 5, will cannons not shoot max level critters? There's no level for critters. No matter what, they're gonna have the same stats. All that depends is how much troop health, troop damage you got. Still an okay node, because that means you can throw critters wherever you want. It's your ability. So you can start the hit, throw a bunch of critters towards the back end. I've seen some people take different paths to get them. Some want 10 machine guns, some want troop health. This guy with 190 GB. But I think back to that Rainmaker hit. It's so much easier with more GB. I think maybe we'll go from 140 to a bit higher up. We can calc how many tokens we got and kind of go from there. We'll do serum. I wanted to just on the right side. On the left do a shock pretty soon. Let's see, get a serum going right here. And we'll flirt on this ER. Maybe a shock too. A bunch of critters doing some good stuff. And maybe a shield. And one more serum. 321. Yeah, Ultra Tony, Famita. Yeah, another stream now. I wasn't gonna, but I'm like, well, we got clone rifles. That might be a little fun. So now it's a race between, can we try to hit 19 first, or just wait till next chest for clone rifles? Or maybe both at the same time. Because if you get both, then that means machine guns too. Added bonus. Mr. Poing in the chat. Hey Poing, we're gonna get clone rifles and you can pretend those are seekers. Doesn't have to be too bad. I gotta think of a base though with once we get machine guns. This one with the sneaky grappler. But maybe just a hit from the right side. I mean, I guess we can go left. There aren't too many mines. Like we'll do the career cannon hit, shock that once, eventually that one. Yeah, I guess it can work out. Those mines are nasty, but I'm sure there's gonna be a way. And you probably should just upgrade some GB. Every 10% is like 5 extra. Sometimes it makes all the difference. So in the very corner, otherwise, it's not good. And get a serum going. We'll do 2 shocks, especially on that grappler. And 1 shock right here. Get a shield going. Get 1 more shield because why not? And 1 more shock on that side. A lot of shocks and stuff. And we'll probably lose all our Zooks right here. Maybe? Yes, all our Zooks. So we have our lonely critters, maybe gonna help out. Come on, at least some of them get the ER. 317. Our Zooks were nice that match. All they did is just die. 690. Clone rifles are like, I think almost 500k. Machine guns like 400. So maybe just a 1 GBE to max. And now back to these 5 ERs. Second one we faced. So doing the same kind of fit like last time. Do a serum pretty early. Get them shooting a bunch. And as soon as some of them are shooting, we can go ahead and start flurrying. Get some Sukas out there. And even onto like that boom cannon. Just a bunch of critters. And then more serums, and then more stuff. We can already go for this CR because, well, there's critters almost everywhere. So maybe getting around, what, 319? And naughty grappler. Well, doesn't care about critters. Let's go with the Rainmakers. Maybe skipped out on those critter cannons. Hey, it's up there, Junie, what's going on? Awesome, Mike. Won your 18 boss fight. Now you get rockets, max BH. This is why I think critter cannons are kind of a must. Even with clone rifles. I mean, you only have so many clones, but with critters you can have, well, at least on 5, just over maybe 3,000. Still a good time though, 312. Hey, Tau, DB. And taking some good stars too. Next chest in 11 seconds. Thanks Adam Miller for the sub. I know once we get clones, we're going to use them a little bit on 5 ERs. I don't know about 4s. Maybe it's still worth it. I noticed when the boom cannon's like 2 tiles away from that corner, you can't really do the critter cannon hit. They just spread too weird and don't even hit the other ER. So we'll do the Rainmaker one instead. So let's do 2 Rains on that side. Everyone else on the right. Maybe 1 shock early because he's got level 3 rockets. Or you know what, even a shield instead. Put serum and shield pretty soon. Get a bunch of critters out there. Rainmakers should do their thing. And let's flare down this cannon. Then pretty soon we'll do 1 shock in that shock launcher. Gonna lose a bunch of Zooks. And maybe just some more serums. Get another shield going. Gotta flare at some point, but maybe a shock is fine. The Rainmakers are kinda lagging behind on the left side. It's kinda slow. Especially sub 310. Let's see, is it fast enough? Now 315 on us. But we got 4 ERs so far, so just a few more to get clones. I think that should help on those kind of hits. So at least clones don't die to 1 shot to mines. Okay, got a 17 here. Some more mines, so I think the same kind of hit. Just to watch out for these guys right here. Hold a serum on the right side. 1 Zook in the middle to kind of distract that shock launcher. And on the left side you can do maybe 1 shock pretty soon. And then just keep these guys going. We'll do another serum in just a bit. Such a mean shock launcher. I think once that goes down, you can just start flaring. Maybe if the shock launcher doesn't want to hit. But kind of the same thing happening as last hit. Once you lose enough Zooks, then not too much firepower. Serum up a few critters. Yeah, we can show the base right after. But at least right now, it means we get clone rifles. kind of like the other 5s you've been seeing. 1 ER in the corner, things sort of spread out. C308, not a super fast time. But this does give us clones. And they're kind of cheap to max out. About the same as normal rifles. Let's see, next chest you can get machine guns. One after gets us almost nothing, but maybe machine guns is enough. Clones with 580 health, which is a lot better than Zooks. At least they can survive like, I think 1 extra mine. And keep on going. Nice, you got 5 ER from hitting 17. And we're gonna see a lot of 4s. Mines and building health. These ones, maybe take a few clones instead. 1 Zook still, just in case. Which I'll do the Zook kind of towards the end. So 2 Rains right there. Spread out these guys and do, I guess, 2 serums. That's kind of been our fastest hit, doing serums on both sides. And then flare a building right here. And get a shield going, 1 shock in that shock launcher. Once we get enough stuff moving, we can do even more flares. Maybe the clones can do enough damage. Come on, 1 more serum. And those are some better times. 319. Building health is glorious. Fastest guy is 307. Feels good, huh? Once you get the next big tech. Now OP would have liked that. You got a 311. But I do think after machine guns, after some point, maybe getting that critter node at 5 ER is worth it. Because again, it's something you can throw on your own. You choose anywhere on the map. And you kind of have to defend every single engine from throwing your own critters. Got some more 18s, and I think same kind of hit. I like the clones too, because especially under serum, they do a lot of damage. So let's do more range on this side. Spread these guys out. And maybe to shock that shock launcher. No, I guess we'll do a shield because we should have enough GB. Let the clones catch up a bit. And get another serum going. Do want to shock that shock launcher. Do kind of a weird flare. And maybe just start flaring. Come on, 1 more serum. Where's our clones? Well, a million of them. Okay, still not super fast, but hopefully like a 310. I think it might be the Mortis too. Help out against clones. Got a Rudy sighting. Hey guys, at 67, what's going on? Yeah, especially after last stream, so a lot of people with Rudy. Using his Seeker ability. I think it's a little close, but we'll see. Who knows, maybe with Serum. Now I think just a couple seconds. Is Rudy a waste of keys? I just don't think he's that worth it right now. Maybe a bit later on. Even if he's the strongest hero at the end, it also depends on when you get him. It'd be on day 2 or day 3 like today, or a little bit later. We got our first 5 with clone rifles you can try out. Maybe something like this. Clone Zooks, turret cannons. Of course, he missed a few of them. There's only one shot right there, and start flooding other buildings. Get a shield going pretty soon. And then flare, and then do some more serums. And then over here, do some more serums, and then blur this ER. And you know what? Blur that one too, and then more serums and everything. So we'll get a 320. Hey, what's up, Tim? Golden Dragon this time. Nice, guys, enjoying this season. Hopefully it stays fun for every ER. Lose a 5-ER player but isn't me? Well, we're not every 5-ER. You can see there's a lot of them out there. Look at those speedy critters. All pink and glowing. And that's a cool thing with the engine on the right side. If you don't have enough critters there, then everyone just ignores it. Still don't know after machine guns what we should get. Because we want to go towards that critter node, but there's a path between either troop health or 4 extra machine guns. I think both are kind of okay. Though the 4 machine guns is slightly shorter. Worst guy I've seen with the shock blaster. I think still do that Rainmaker hit. Get some clones out there too. And let's do a serum pretty soon on both sides. Let's get a shock going on that shock launcher. And then pretty soon, can start doing the other serums and stuff. Maybe, I think right now. Get a shot going right there. And even right now, more serums and more flares. Clone should get that one down. One more shield. Another shield. 323. Could have been a bit easier because he's got no building health. Well, people need some practice on these 5-ERs. Sure, we're already mashed a few of them so far. It's all about doing those weird flares and getting critters everywhere. Mike just drew it with the 5-ER with clones, both got a 312. Well, all the 5-ERs we've seen have no mines or building health, and I think between 315, 320 you can do. Can't even get 320. Now I'm sure with enough practice. Is there a glitch when deploying troops they don't move? Kinda depends on if you do it on the ramp that doesn't connect. Then if there isn't, any other buildings, just gonna stay there, think about life. But that's kind of the point of those ramps. You only drop troops if you know you can reach a few buildings. Here's a 5-ER. And this time he's got mines too. It's just important like where you do your flares. So first we'll clear a few buildings, clear this mortar first, so we get a few critters out there. And then maybe let's do something like, I guess we could do that mortar. Because the critter cannons have a lot of range and you just want to get something out there. But I think instead we'll do like maybe a cannon, get some shock mines cleared, then that mortar, and then the other ERs. We'll do a serum early again. Pretty soon we're gonna flare that mortar. And let's do some more serums. We'll do one shield. I think we'll shock, let's say, one shock launcher. We want some more serums, get the critters out there, especially on this bottom one. And as soon as we get enough GBE, we should flare that last one. Come on, one more shock. And get this ER down. Just about 315. Hey, Upders, what's going on? And looks okay. So that's gonna be 19. And now we can get some machine guns. So 6 more buildings should help out. How do we throw serum exactly on the beach? I guess there's kind of a ramp up we can talk about. That first fight you faced. Now let's see where we drop the first one. I mean, wherever you see the troops, it's not actually where the game thinks it is. You gotta throw your abilities like as if you're a few tiles ahead and to the right. You know what, maybe it works if you do this. Yeah, I think so. So if you land troops right here, you gotta throw your abilities above and to the right. So throw your serums like over here. And that's for the right ramp. On the left, it's above and to the left. So machine guns, we gotta find a new base. Because we don't have too much defense, no building health, no mines. Let's find one that looks good. In the meantime, still showing some 5 ERs. How many accounts we have? Most seasons we just play 3, but this one's kind of the exception. This one I think we're just gonna go with 4 for the season. Alright, some account that someone who has machine guns. Let's try to find out. Do clones even have an impact? Well, they don't die one shot to mine, so I think so. I think we'll put some machine guns just almost everywhere. Especially towards his back end. So let's get one going right there. Maybe one on this side. And the rest kind of towards the back. Especially those people who want to flare and have a bunch of critters going. Let's get a few more out there. I mean, people have shocks, but you kind of want to use all your GB on just serums and flares. That one we can kind of ignore. Maybe instead just something like this. And one more machine gun. Get that going on this side. And I think we'll just rock with this. Nice Mike Darby. Hit gold with your throat punch account. Yeah, we finally did on our rank 1 last night with those fun little career cannons. And I think today maybe try a little push with building health. See how that goes. I feel like things are priced okay, so every day we should have at least a little something. This one back to 4 ER. And I think on 4s you still want to do that Rainmaker hit. Because then there's only, what, 3 more ERs with other troops. So get those out right now. And we'll do serums on, I guess, both sides. One shock on that shock launcher. And want to clear all these buildings because if you flare too early, then those 2 mines are going to hurt. But we can still do a serum. Shock going in that shock launcher. And I guess even clones can help out for this mines. Get the serum going, get the flare. And as this one's down, go for the last one. Still think it looks a little better than using just Zooks. And like someone was saying yesterday, we do have Seekers this season. They just come out of Rudy instead. And too bad they're only level 1 Seekers, but I mean they can still do something. See, hope our machine guns are helping out. Which I think so, if you maybe preventing flaring ERs. Thanks Rupert for the sub. Got Wyatt in the chat. How's your season going, Wyatt? If you upgrade Rudy, does the Seeker's level go up? It should, but at least right now there's a bug where they're level 1 either way. Here we do have a 5 ER, so back to the career cannon hit. And he's got machine gun spine, so maybe watch out a bit. We'll just serum at the start. So many critters that we don't even want game sound anymore. Alright, let's get some critters out there, maybe at some point. And some more serums. And I think just flare the other stuff. Maybe a shock in that shock launcher. I mean, no idea if it's gonna be enough. Got a few critters everywhere. But want a little more GB. Maybe one final shock in that shock launcher. But I think might be just a little bit slow. Save for one last serum. This I'm only getting like what? 305? I think we should be a little faster, like 310, 315. Only 4 seconds. Sucks we didn't serum up that other career cannon. Maybe next time like flare that ER instead. Because we already have so many critters moving around. Let's see, we're gonna swap screen to get the game sound again, as we like hearing those critters. Seems GB is most important on these few days. Yeah, I think so. Especially with all these abilities we're using. Alright, now should we be back to normal? Junie got 4 ER critter cannons. Should we keep going to 5 or get something else? I think either option should be fine. With the building health, make a good little push, or with 5 ER. Alright, here's the 19. I think we're gonna see a lot of 4 ERs either way. You know what, I guess we'll shock that shock launcher. Don't want it to be mean to our critter cannons. Clear a bunch of buildings. Then pretty soon, get another serum going. And I guess a shock on that. You know, we got a few Zooks alive. Maybe try to keep it out there. And now just flare ERs. And one more serum. And one more flare. Hey Lionel, cheers from New Zealand. It's kinda late there, isn't it? Maybe like nighttime, something like that. Aspie 5 years fun. Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be close though, but maybe a few seconds. Going that guy with 180 GB too. After getting the 50 GB at 5 ER, should he change to the 60% one to another? Honestly, I think keep all the GB for everything. Have the full 250 max for the season. Because not only right here with, Serum, eventually you get normal critters at 5 ER, defib at 6, barrage or art or drones also at 6, so many abilities. Gotta have the GB to use them. Oh dang, like 230 in New Zealand? Alright, another 4 ER. Still do the Rainmaker hit. Again, I think clones do help out because you're not worried about just one mine killing a bunch of Zooks. So get everyone out here, do a couple serums. Guess we'll shock that shock launcher once. They're gonna put a bunch of critters everywhere. And pretty soon, I think maybe right now we'll get one of the flares going. Let's get a shock on this side. Another flare. Maybe they want to do something. Well, I think it took a little bit of time, so already a bit slower. I don't know, I think maybe you should have spread these guys out more. Because the faster you clear those buildings, the faster you can get through the base. I think it should be like a 312 time, so gotta be a little faster. Hey, M is frantic. How cool, Labor Day over there. Bam Bam, thanks for the no Seeker, no Rocket Chopper season. You know, we've had those troops out of it for a while, or a few times, but never all together. Like a handful of random seasons with no Seekers or no Bombers, no RCs. All of them at the same time. I think maybe never since before they were in the game. All the way back in like season 4, 5, and 6. Alright, let's try to be a little better on these 4 ERs. I think maybe start on the right side so once these buildings go down, they can like spread against all these guys here. And let's get a couple of serums going. One shock in that shock launcher. You know what, I think we can delay the right serum just a bit. Don't need it like at the very first second. Because now we want some more serums. Honestly, maybe just let them go. Get one more serum going, get a shock too. Maybe a shield. Come on, some critters do something. Maybe one more serum. Still, sometimes it's like 318, sometimes 10 seconds slower. But at least this time should be okay. Hey, G Money. Morning from Cali. Yeah, same over here. Petrick giving some good advice. Try to do clone rifles, Rainmaker Rush for 3 front ERs. Snipe the back one. You know what? That makes sense, because, well, we know the clones are going to survive for quite a bit. So this one's always going to be 2 rains. So maybe 3 clones and 3 rains for the rest. Alright, we'll try that out. And if it works, then Petrick's going to be the MVP once again. Thanks, Lionel. Hope you're liking the season 2. So let's try that different style hit. So Rainmaker's here and clone Rainmaker Rush for this side. And I think we'll still drop from kind of the right. We'll do a serum either side. I think we'll ignore the left shock launcher and just hope it's okay. Maybe it's not okay, but let's kind of see. Let's get another serum going pretty soon. And maybe Petrick can tell us if that's kind of what he meant. Why are the Rainmakers so slow? Should have saved a serum. I mean, they do have quite a bit of range. We love flaring right on time. Alright, I'm pretty sure he meant better use of serum. I think we don't even need it at the start, just save it for the last few ERs. Just to be a few seconds faster. Do Cruiser Cannons not reach that ER in the back left corner? It just depends if there's a building that they can also reach. If there is, then they can also reach that ER. Otherwise, just gonna stand there, think about life. Alright, back to 5 ERs. This one with a lot of machine guns. Looks like 10 of them. And we'll do a serum early. As soon as we get a few of these guys, we'll start flaring. Get at least that one going. And I think it should be enough for the right side, so we can flare for more of them. Maybe, let's say, shock one shock launcher. I guess the other one too. And then more serums. And then it gets to a shield. And then flare the last ER. And maybe getting a 316. Unlock the grappler, hide behind the trophy. That's how to do it. And looks like some good stars too. Yeah, everyone can be a philosopher. Still wondering with that Rainmaker hit on 4s. But at least right now, it doesn't matter if we all match 5s. We want at least a few critters over here, so I'm gonna do a flare at some point. Get a serum going. And as soon as we get a few of those guys, I think just start those flares. Get one more serum and a shield. Get one for this one. Yes, one shock is okay. Go for that ER too. You can serum to get critters and the critter cannons. Get one more shield. And one more serum. And flare the last ER. A lot of flares and stuff. Come on, critters. Another 316. Now I think these are super fun hits. Because again, the one defense we don't have, even at 5 ER, is we got no flames. And if there's one defense that's good against critters, it's that. Nice, GG boy, hit 18. And you said you were 5 ER, so time to push a diamond, right? Hey, what's up, Falcor? How you're liking this secretless season? Just saying he's in 4 ER, rank 12, can't push any further. Maybe it depends, do you have critter cannons yet or not? Because I think that would be a big push point. We put a video out this morning about critter cannons and doing those kind of hits. Why go one Zook instead of more clones? Because we're flaring so many ERs that if that Zook survives till the very end, it could be that little extra damage we need. Okay, let's be risky and try Petrik's rifle Rainmaker rush idea. I think maybe we can make it work. No critter cannons just yet. If you get it soon, well, that's a good push. But in the meantime, the video before today did have some other types of hits. Basically, Rainmaker rushing. I will try a more aggressive hit this time. Still a serum, left and right. One shock in that shock launcher. And I think just start flaring. Get another serum going. Go for that one right here. Of course we missed that ER. So good with her timings. Come on, Rainmakers. I mean, I see it's kind of working. 322. You know what? I bet it could be even faster, like Petrix said. Maybe 330s. And even here, it looks like it's okay. Hey, we got Sugar in the chat. Just open up 5ER clones on this account and trying out these new kind of hits. Why not use one Rainmaker left side? I think it's just going to be too slow. Even on the last hit, we should have used a shield on the left. I think that boom cannon killed 2 of them. Or maybe done a better job at landing the troops. And I guess we only lost 1. And the shock launcher hit, so cost us a little time. Yeah, I said it, Falcor, Seekerless. Who cares if Rudy drops Seekers? They're only level 1 anyways. No, but I'm sure it's fun. Like, I wasn't sure if clones are actually gonna have some use, but I mean, we saw, I think they're pretty good. Hey, 3 feet, what's going on? GG boy, do you get mines or machine guns? Well, since you're already kind of good into 5ER, I think machine guns. Because even after that, you can make your way to that critter node. Here we got another 5ER. Back to this kind of hit. Him with 200 GBE. Let's spread these guys out. Come on, get that shock launcher. Want a few clones right there. And again, we can kind of serum the critters and the critter cannons because they're so crazy with flares. Get one more going, maybe a shock in that shock launcher. Get some on that side. Some over here. One more serum. And get the last one down. Come on, one more serum. And maybe 317. I think we probably shouldn't need to flare all the ERs. Other buildings can work too. There's Aspie2 in the chat earlier. Maybe instead of flaring the ERs, flare like that sniper mortar instead. Because once you have critters out there, they'll go everywhere from that. How did the last guy hit you with the 317? I mean, we don't want to show that, right? We don't want to know how to get a 317 on a base with machine guns. Hey bud, what's going on? I think even so far it's been fun testing out these clone hits. Now matching diamond players. This guy with 10 machine guns. So maybe try the same style. Go for that machine gun. Here, maybe that sniper first. Or even somewhere like further in the base. That boom cannon, other machine gun. But we'll kind of see. Get a serum going early. Want a few of them out there. Then pretty soon, we'll do a shield, another serum. And I think just keep on going. You know, we'll do a few shocks right there. One more shield. Come on, where's our serums? Gotta flare the last one. Maybe a bit slow for the last. Come on, get a serum going. Pulling, let's say, 314. Is it gonna be fast enough? And looks like it is. Hey, there's our first 1 second win in a while. And it's also gonna give us 20. Since we started this, I think we got a few iron chests, so just shy of, let's say, both troop health or 4 more machine guns. I mean, I think we'll still try pushing, and depending what we get. If we hit diamond, I'd probably go through troop health, building damage, and then some critters. Wonder if we had them though if he was already in diamond. Just saying, doing Rainmaker Rush, but other guys are Curry Cannons. You know, maybe bases help too. I would probably build my base from today's video, even if you don't have some of the stuff like mines or anything. Is today going to be a long or short stream? I think, well, I'd hope a bit shorter. I mean, we'll try diamond push now, and honestly, if we hit it, then I think that should be okay. So I'd say maybe max 2 hours, whether we hit diamond or not. I was watching and I didn't even realize if he had critters. Like, some people do a Rainmaker on the left side, but I just think it takes time. Like, you want to focus on the right instead. I see no critters being thrown from the gunboat, so maybe he doesn't have it. Will unlocking critters make the critter tank stronger? I mean, I've seen a lot of people ask that question, but I mean, I don't really get where it's coming from, because like, critters never had any stats to them. It was always, you know, the same 400 health, 135 damage. But for you, Falcor, I'm sure they're gonna look cooler coming out of the critter cannons. Hey Jason, should you go for mines or save for 5 ER? I think if you want to push right now, maybe 1 or 2 ranks, you can get mines. Or waiting for 5 alone should be a good push. 5 kind of got us to 19 today, and even after that, clone rifles and machine guns helping us out. Great, now we're matching 22s. This guy with mines and troop health. I think maybe doing the same kind of hit. We'll still go on the right side, flare like that mortar or something. Maybe a shield at some point for those 2 mines. And then kind of just go from there. Need 4 chests to go 5 ER. Yeah, so it's really up to you. If you want to push after 4 chests, you can save. Or if you want to do a little push right now, then get some mines. Though if you're not in gold yet, I'd probably get mines and just push right now. Let's get a serum going. As soon as we got a few clones out there, we go ahead and flare that mortar. Another serum, get a shield going. I don't know, flare something. And flare that ER. I think we'll go ahead and shock that shock launcher. And I don't know what's happening, we're just seeing a bunch of flares and serums. This one too. And the last ER. Come on, one more serum. And we'll pull... What is that? 315. 315 okay, or should we be faster? Well, I guess it's a draw. Better than a loss, right? But even with mines, I think that's fun. Just flaring almost every single building. Yeah, I guess if you want stronger critters, pick up some troop health. I've seen this kind of base too, but I think we'll do kind of the opposite. After this ER, we'll go for this one, and then just go from the left side. I just hope not every single critter cannon hits those 4 shock mines. We'll do a serum right now. Alright, get some of these guys out there. You know what? We're gonna flare that shock launcher first. Yes, so many critter cannons being hit. Anything that alone is gonna cost us a bunch of time. Let's get more serums out there. This ER going. And maybe the last one. I think one more serum on the left. It's not terribly slower, but still noticeable. I think we also just did a bad hit. But still a draw, and OP's favorite, 311. I think we should have still put that shock launcher from the get-go. And don't know why we did double serum. Because, I mean, there's still the same speed. All getting that stuff. First troop health is 6 keys cheaper for getting them anyhow. Well, it still makes a big difference because you want critters from the bottom side. Well, you're pretty sure you want this troop health. I guess if you're impatient, you can get through machine guns, but I mean, we face people with extra machine guns. They do something, but not crazy. We got shock launchers and mines and machine guns. A lot of stuff here. No buildings on this side, but maybe flaring like this machine gun early can... Nah, I guess we'll go for the ER either way. Or at least hope they do. Get a serum going. Now we'll do one flare. Get a serum and shield. Come on, some of them shoot the right side. Is that good enough? Yeah, not really. So we'll go back to it. At least do a few critters. Let's see, maybe shock something. Get that one down. And then more ERs. I think probably just a little better having no building touching that ER. Get one final serum. Still 3 minutes, but should be like 10-15 faster. Just a little bit too slow. Should get some stars for a draw against 2 ranks higher. Well, I guess it makes sense if we have that win, then probably plus 18, 19. TD only 40. No, it's not too bad. Only 10%. Shouldn't make all the difference. What's up, Southern Style? I mean, everyone's goal in 5 ER should be how to make critters even cooler. So I think at least one troop health would be a good chance. And maybe now brush up on our 5 ER hits. Again, we can flare, let's say, that mortar. And then maybe after that, go for that boom cannon. And then the machine gun. And then the ERs. Or even try the machine gun first, but there's just so many shock mines. Alright, get a serum going early. A few critters out there. Get a few serums. And once we get that, you know what, we can flare the mortar instead. Maybe that's a little better. One shock in that shock launcher. And you know what, just use some more serums. This one going, then flare the last ER. Got everything everywhere. And one more serum. Alright, 318s is a little bit better. Watch him get a 319. No, I think it's okay. DBD seems suck this season. Well, hey, there's a reason we only have 50 building damage in the tree. I guess one risk you have with low building damage is, will you make Seekers really strong? But if you don't have Seekers, I guess it can also kind of make Heavy Chopper Rush strong. But again, if you don't have them, then not so much. But critters, it can help out. And I guess this season is the critter season. Oh, 17. You know, I think we can do that fun, very old critter cannon hit. Especially when he has no mines. But at the same time, I want to practice what Petrich's idea was, doing kind of a Rainmaker rush. Because if you don't practice, then you ain't gonna get better. So we'll do Rainmakers, just 2 on the left. These guys spread out. Do serums on both ramps. Especially do a shock right here. And then pretty soon, just start flaring. Alright, get that one down. We'll do kind of a weird flare because I don't like shock mines. And we'll do one more serum. Where's our last flare? Yeah, I guess Petrich was right, getting pretty much 330 times. Hey, Ferrux. Yeah, he didn't get a bad time too. 306 as a 17. Is building damage even gonna make a difference? I mean, on its own, yeah, but well, remember we have troop health right before it, so maybe it sort of cancels it out. Hey, what's up, Fezman? How's it going? Are we gonna get the 24 troop health first? Yeah, I think probably. Because not only that, you get building damage right after, and some more GB. Alright, some 5 ERs, this one with some building health. And back to the clone, Zuka Kurikan hit. I think Fleur, let's say that sniper. And then just keep on going from there. Go for this one. And maybe just all the way on that mortar. Or some other building on that side. Get a serum going pretty soon. And then go do some flares. As soon as we get some critters going, yeah, I think that should be good enough. Just in case, we'll do one shield. Let's flare something over there, and then more serums. One shock in that shock launcher. And go for this ER. And maybe the last one. Where's our last serum? Should get it pretty soon. But I think we didn't have enough critters right here, so it's gonna be a little slower time. Again, we want to get those like 315s or something. And we love 1-second losses. Probably fine if we just not flared so deep in that rocket, but a bit of a closer building. So maybe flare like this mortar instead. I think that would have helped out critters spread out even better. Yeah, you know what, Poing? Maybe you should try using Seekers. I think that's better. Do we know when the next crab? So once this warship ends, there's gonna be a 1-week break. And the Friday after should be, and judging by past years, maybe a tribal crab. Where we all got super warriors. So let's say first flare, this mortar, then maybe this sniper. And after that, I think this machine gun, and just go from there. Get a serum going. As soon as we see a few critters, we can start doing that flare. And the other serum means we get the critter cannons and the critters already out there. Kind of same deal right here. Get a shot going too. Let's get some more serums. Someone this ER, someone that one. And come on, one more serum. That one's a bit better, 317. And some of these guys are super fast too. Silver Chair under 4 ER, drops critter cannons on the left. Why only a few get this serum effect? I guess it's kind of a ramp bug. Because again, when you put any abilities on the ramp, it's not where you actually see your troops. I guess we can use that bottle. Let's say, you know, this like... If you have a boom cannon right here and you drop like rainmakers, critter cannons, any troop, you don't want to use serum on top of the boom cannon. You want to do it where that bottle is. On any ramp, it's got to be a bit above it, and on the right ramp, to the right side. So even looking at our last hit, where we dropped all our boats, you see we serumed kind of towards the top right. Some sort of 3D elevation, voodoo magic, things like that. Let's see where we tapped. Because those are the flags. But you see right there, that's where you want to throw serum. So not where your troops are, but a bit above and to the right. And if you do that, see, I think every single one got serumed. Especially those top right boats. It's existed for maybe since Warships got launched. So many years, but we've never really had to use it because if you don't have Serum, who wants to use abilities on the ramp? You don't do flares or shocks or maybe sometimes medkits. Serum is kind of the exception. Here we maybe just have to flare that ER. Get some people out there. And then we can go for this ER. Or you know what? Let's go straight for that boom cannon. And then just go from there. You can Serum on the top right. Some critters moving. You know, maybe let them go just a little bit. Maybe some naturally get that right ER. And now we got a few. We do a shield, we do a Serum. We can go for this one. And I don't know, we do more Serums and stuff. Get this one going. And get the last one. And Serum this. 318. Hey, Baseless Stew, Tahir, what's going on? Looks like a decent time too. I like how everyone got silent after I explained the ramp thing. I know it's boring. But if you want to Serum everything, I think first we'll flare that mortar, then that boom cannon, then the machine gun. And after the machine gun, maybe like one of these back ERs, and then the final one. Okay, we'll let until a few critters do stuff. And get some going now. We can do a shield and a Serum. Get that boom cannon taken care of. Maybe one shock right there. Flared on this one. A lot of flares and stuff. And get the last one down. Save for maybe one more Serum. And we're gonna get it. Come on, shock launcher. 319. Now poor Aesper. Well, he gave us good stars the first time. Oh, is it a common thing on many games? Well, you know what this season taught me and maybe a lot of people is just so many weird mechanics. Especially with ramps and, well, they exist, we just never really realized them. Baseless Stew just went 4 ER, trying not to drop out of iron. We'll maybe try some more Rainmaker rush hits, hopefully you can get the hang of it. And maybe once you go to critter cannons, should really help out too. I think they're a lot easier and fun hits too. A little different for ER. Can do Rainmakers on the left side. You know, maybe on the right too. Maybe Petrix classic Rainmaker kind of rush hit. I say it's not even him doing the hit. Just some random guy did it on him. But we'll call it Petrix hit. Yeah, I think we can try it out. Rains over here. Do you want to speed up? Especially going for this ER. And we're so great because now they're gonna move. And watch us lose to a 18. Alright, let's try to do a little better. Get some rains going for this one. Yes, we're so good on our flares. So good on our flares. But somehow still getting 320. Okay, next time maybe not that kind of hit. But I think it looks okay. Manifesto, 3 ER, 50 keys, crit cannons. Oh, 4 ER. I think depends if you wanna like push right now or just save until 5 ER. Because this account right here, we didn't get anything at 4. We skipped both mines, building health, just to see how good 5 ER is, and you know, it's not too bad. Like, I think either option makes sense. Pretty soon after 5 you want to get mines, building health anyways. But it's whether you want to push right now with 4 ER, or save for a few days and go with 5. Fun clone rifles. Training time is... they're not like normal rifles, what, 5 seconds? But they're a bit better than Zooks. So you know what, for no IT, I guess it does make sense if you want to head to 5 ER a bit sooner. They're easier than 4 ER hit. Yeah, I guess a little bit, but I mean that's also because clone rifles. I mean, love matching 22s. Okay, back to that crit cannon hit. So again, we can flare, let's say, I think that mortar, then that sniper, and we don't want to go too deep, so we want to go maybe for one of these mortars. Let's do this one, and then just go from there. Hey, what's up, dried soup? I would say the grind is a lot more fun and better than yesterday. Got these clones in 5 ER. Get a serum going. Alright, we'll get a bunch of critters right there. Let's go flare this one. And then go for that mortar. And then do more serums. And then go for this one. And basically everything. Last ER down. We want to save for a serum. Honestly, out of nowhere. I mean, it's a bit better than the other time, but 311 might still be too slow. Maybe getting like a 320. Well, not too much different. Still way better than 4 ER. Hey, have a good one, Sean. Thanks for stopping by. Scorchers are underrated. You know, I've seen some 3 ERs push into like 17 yesterday. Rocking like Scorchers and Brick. That's crazy kind of hits. And more 5 ERs. This one's a bit different too. As long as we've got a few critters on that side. So maybe we'll drop a few on the top right. Let's get serum going either way. Maybe now just start flaring. And we got so many critters that I think we can just do this. Let's get more serum action. And when we're right here, more serums. Get some critters on the left side. And then the right side. But we want more on the left side. And we'll go back on the right side. And just hope it's enough. I think some people can still be faster. 3:15 isn't a crazy time. But it looks okay. Damn, your Zukas keep dying, help. I mean, if you're nice to them, then they should stay alive a bit longer. And it's been a while since Zuka's at 2 ER, so it can't be too mean. And there's this space again, so I think now we're gonna try flaring that mortar, that shock launcher, and maybe just go from there. This ER and kinda towards this top left side. Then get a serum going early. Get a few critters out there. Do one shield and maybe one serum. Get some critters on this side. Here we can do, yes, even a shock and serum. Where's all our critter cannons? Oh my god, we have so many critters on that side. Some more going, get the last GR down. There's a million critters. And one more serum. Alright, is that a little better? I think a 3:15 is kind of better. Last time we got like even 3:02. And looks like, well, also again, I don't like Rainmakers because if they're reloading, you're just watching them. And they're doing nothing, and you hate them. But still being okay. Thanks, Manifesto. I was kind of skeptical at how it's going to turn out. Like, we had some idea, but I'm glad that it turned out the way it did. At least so far. Only about 3 days in the season. Zukas are too squishy, same with lasers. No, that's why you... Well, like people said in the chat again. You know the rules with them. I guess shotgunners too. All those kind of troops. We'll flare this mortar. Then that sniper. Then this mortar. And then maybe just some engines. Get a serum going. Wait a few seconds for some critters. And get them going now. Another serum, and should be a little faster with flares. Let's get that mortar covered. One shock on that shock launcher. Go for that ER. Let's do more serums. And then get this one covered. And the last ER. Our last serum is gonna be on the left side. As soon as we got the GB, we're gonna get it. Now we do. And I think it's okay. Is it finally the end of Rainmakers? Maybe. Let's see, we got 23 minutes to get it done. At least we're making a little bit of progress. Except not matching those random 22s. Thanks, Manifesto, for the sub. It's not that we want beefy critters, we want cool critters. And you get cool critters by having troop health. Will the Engraver ever cross over to warships? I think if they ever did that, it would be a fun season. Imagine a multi-node you choose between troop life leech, troop speed, or I don't know, even sabotage. Make their building health lower. This guy with building health and mines. Again, I think Fleur, let's say, this mortar. And maybe not the sniper anymore. We'll try the boom cannon instead, then this mortar and shield at some point. Get a serum early. Come on, kill that shock launcher. Pretty soon we'll do serum and shield. Do we have enough on that side? Maybe we do, but just in case we'll do a shield. Let's get more serums going. Kind of flare everything. I just hope we have enough critters though. Get some on this side, and that side, and the last year. And where's our serums? Yeah, still a bit slower, so wouldn't be too surprised. Yes, we don't have troop health, not yet at least. Got only 3 seconds. Hey Zero Gamer, what's going on? Thanks Amit for the sub. Maybe hard to balance if they add engravings to warships. Yeah, maybe. But already seem kind of balanced. Some people think they're balanced on the main island. First 4 ER in a long time. So I think try that Rainmaker rush hit. And his serums both on the right and the left. Get one shot going on the left too. And then pretty soon we just start flaring. Be kind of super aggressive. Get one more serum. And then go for that side. One more serum. Got so scared of our Rainmakers that GameSign wants to die. But we got the last ER and I think that's okay. 322. Because you can't really do this without clones since, I mean, the mines are going to stay there. You know how bad Zukas are against mines. You know what, it might be if some people want to get heavies at 4 ER, you can use those instead. But if you can go 5, I mean clones are just way better meat shield. But we'll go back and try to get the game sound again. Maybe just a few seconds. Hey, what's up, Hammer? You liking the season? I mean, they've added main island stuff to warships before. We got our first season with shield gens just a couple months ago. What else on the came to warships? Well, I guess that's pretty much it. At least in the last like year or so. No, I still think it's fun 5 ER hits because it's different. Not what we usually see. Hey Loco, what's going on? 4 ERs to do the same kind of hit. I think 1 shield for that left boom cannon. Again, serums either side. And we'll do 1 shield on the left. Start flaring this right now. Get a good old serum going. God, they have so much range. We flared too early, but I think the clones are gonna get it. The Rainmakers can somehow speed up. And maybe the last one. Yeah, okay, I like this hit now. At least on pretty much all 4 ERs. Love that too. Laner Baner is here for another great stream. Hey, that's good to hear. What's up, Joby, Emery? $50 building health slowing down at like 322. Well, I wouldn't say it's useless at 4 ER, but like when you're a 5 with clones facing a 4, it's just different tech. Like 4 against other 4s, that's just slightly different. Hey, what's up, Roy Roy? How goes the new season? I want to say it's good, but only because we designed it. No, I think it's different metas, you know, it's something we've never had before, but hopefully in a good way. At least I'm having fun with these crazy new hits. After we got a 5 ER with 10 million machine guns. So we'll flare that mortar, then that cannon, then... I mean, I've seen some people go for this machine gun early. They just let themselves hit the shock mines, but maybe it can still work. I'd still would rather go from the right side. So you know what, let's flare that machine gun after. 1 shot like over here. And then just fingers crossed, hope we get a good time. Get a serum out early. Wait until a few critters are out there. Get a shield, serum, get on that machine gun. And let's go down for this one. This time we'll do maybe a shield too. And where's our serums? Get a few going on that ER, then this one, and then the last one. I don't know, is it gonna be enough? 1 more serum? Get a flare going too? I think it's not a bad time. 314? That may be still slow. Yeah, he got us a 1 second win last time, so now, other way around. Vladimir, love this season, unusual, which makes it interesting. A critter cannon, Rainmaker's speed 0 meta. Thanks, GG boy. Another 5, this one has some troop health, but mine's too. But since the engine's here, I think we'll just go from the left side. On the right, maybe even flare that ER quickly just to get some critters on it. And get the early serum. As soon as we got a few critters, we'll wait a few more seconds. Get that one quick, and onto this one. It's not a lot, but it might be enough. And even on this side. When we got a few more serums in us. Maybe one shot in that shock launcher. Maybe one more serum pretty soon. I think it's still gonna be a little too slow. Especially with these last few ERs taking a few extra seconds to die. This one a bit different. But losing only to those diamond players, I guess it kind of makes sense. Just want to go back to bullying those 20s and 19s. Yeah, who doesn't love 1 second losses? Hey, Glassmaker, thanks for the sub, Greg. How much slower would the hit be without flares? I think a lot slower. Because flares are the main part of just throwing critters wherever you want. As soon as you see some critters out there, you can flare the next building. So if flares weren't already a must-have at 4 ER, maybe get them at 5. Look, we got a random ER here, which we gotta go for. As long as some critter cannons shoot, then I think it's okay. Let's get a serum going early. We're gonna hit so many shock mines. Just every single one. Do we want to have critters? I mean, I hope we do. Let's get, I think, one more shock here, especially since we hit both at the same time. And a bunch of critters here. And once you get that, one more on the last side. And let's go back for this one. Still not like a super good time. Want to get those like 315s, 320s. Because even troop health won't help too much. Roy was thinking of coming back for the season. I wish you did. You're another 10 million machine gun player. And trying to hide that shock launcher. Maybe clearing like a few rows of buildings. A quick flare on that ER and then go from the left side. We'll do a shield, maybe pretty soon. Get one going now, along with one serum. And then right away, go for that machine gun. Stalled for just a bit, but we got a few more coming along. Especially on this side. We need some more critters, but not coming out. That ER and maybe the last one. I think as soon as we get a few critters, get that serum going. And maybe a shield, because why not? But not getting super good times. Hey Raz, what's going on? Watching a blast through 5 VRs. That's a fun kind of meta. Yeah, I think so, Jason. Troop health with so many critters, especially on those mines. Because I think every time you get 50 troop health, well, that's one more mine you can clear. Hey, only for you, Poing. You got DBDB, gifted membership. And look, GG Boy was a lucky guy, becoming a stoner. Alright, let's try a little bit better. This ER, kill a few things, then go from there. And maybe try to get the clones to get a few of those shock mines. Again, do a serum pretty early. I think we can go for that mortar first. Are they all gonna hit that one shock mine? Yeah, basically. I mean, we got some critter action. Let's do a few shocks and then go for other ERs. And yes, we did forget this one here, which is not good. Go for that one, and then this one. And I guess we got no choice but to go all the way back. One more serum. Look at those super fast critter cannons. Hey Messi, Beowulf, welcome to the stream. I know, Tim, you know what, we can blame Poing. You're supposed to warn us about that ER. It was right there too. Now we'll do a bit better now. Just gotta lock in a bit more. Sneaky little ER. The guy 2 matches ago might have had a good base. Having just one on the side. Because even right now we're using kind of an old one. Okay, back to flaring, let's say. I'm gonna sniper this time. Just to get critters across all those mines. And maybe still going from the right side. Alright, start with the serum. Kill that shock launcher first. And pretty soon we can do maybe a shield in that. Get that boom cannon. Go for that little sniper right there. And even further down, get that mortar taken care of. This ER. We got some on this side. Help us out. And the last ER. Which is going to take a bit of time, so get some more serums out there. And it's still not terrible. But maybe change up the base, because right now, yeah, draw is fine. Some other different 5 ERs. Hey Luca, what's going on? This one has a bunch of machine guns. Well, maybe that's a reason why this one's a little better. Maybe try this one here. ERs are just a little bit different. And even though he does have 10 machine guns, I think the shock mines are really help out. So I think it's worth still trying it. Especially better than our base right here. And good thing is we don't have normal mines, so base building shouldn't take too long. Almost want to max boom cannons too, just for some more HP. And even later on, that's why I don't think third shock launcher is a waste. Because when all these new critter hits, looks like it's gonna help out. 10 machine guns, whose idea was that? Yeah, I know that guy must suck. Get a few critters here and there. Because critters, they don't care about machine guns. At least not as much as flames. Some mortars on this side. And I guess just a few more buildings. Hey Gabe, what's going on? Went 5-year earlier on this account. And then we got... what did we get? Clone rifles, machine guns. I think so far it's pretty fun. I think we'll try something like this. No idea if it's gonna work, but say it's worth a shot. And now just stop doing bad hits. Alright, so again, we're gonna flare, let's say, the sniper first. And maybe even this sniper, get some shock mines around it. And then even go from the left side. Hit one serum. As we see a few critters, go ahead, start flaring. We'll get that going here. And let's do that different kind of flare. Maybe go straight for this ER. I guess one more shock wouldn't hurt. Get this one down. Bunch more serums. Alright, maybe it's gonna be a little better. Last serum. And 323. And looks to be okay. One Rainmaker left side. Does it really matter if you have a shock launcher there? I think a bit to the right kind of works too. I know Gabe, you already went 5 ER, so maybe getting flare soon. I think it's a lot more fun hits now. Especially with those clone rifles. Because I kind of wanted new cool stuff, not all in one spot, and then more spread out throughout the tree. So even right now we have clone rifles right after 5 ER. And a little bit later, maybe that critter node. How much intel we got? I guess we should find out. I know before the reset we got like 2,000 already. And after we got 600, so yeah, 2,500. Nothing too much. But that's also because we don't even clear our map. Like, I think Petrick had 1,000 more because he does play the main island. Yeah, now we got a lot of 5ERs. This one, similar kind of base. Maybe we can do that weird flare again. Let's do a serum on the right side. Let's get one more serum pretty soon. I want some of them to hit towards that side. But you know what, let's just start flaring. One shot going. Luckily not every single crit cannon got hit. And go for this one too. One more serum. Of course we love hitting that shock launcher. And maybe just one more serum. Get the last ER covered. Only 5,000 critters. Looks like it is still pretty close. I wouldn't say the new base is a lot better. We should just be fast either way. Third time with Aesper. I think kind of late for you, Tim, right? And we'll try to do our last little lock-in and hope we get it finished pretty soon. Only 2 AM there. Now, but have a good one. At least I've started liking morning streams over here. Can wake up early. And you know, critters would, normal critters would help too on those random shock mines in the middle of everywhere. 4 ER, so we'll do that Rainmaker rush hit. And get a serum going on either side. I think pretty soon, like even right now, just start flaring. Get another serum going. And maybe a shield too. Go for that other one. And let's do more serums. I mean, again, they do have a lot of range. Or again, so good with flare timing. Amazing with flare timing. But even with that, now it doesn't matter too much. 323. Hey, how do you know, Mr. Point? What's going on, Most Wanted? I heard laser beam shots, but it's just Rudy still. Oh, poor Rudy. Well, we've seen so many times Kavan dying that maybe time to see Rudy. We needed half speed too, because poor boom cannon. Well, you should hate him too, cause I mean, you know, he's a reason for your Seekers this season. Ah, poor guy. Like he's flying too, so you imagine when he crashes down, like how much it hurts. It's terrible. Gotta have justice for Rudy. Bullet's fine because no one cares about Bullet. Okay, 5 ER, so back to this kind of hit. And we're gonna flare, let's say, that mortar. And then I think this sniper that sniper and go from there. Alright, get a few stuff going. And then pretty soon, get that sniper. After this sniper is down, we go for the other sniper. Shock that shock launcher once. We'll go for that shock launcher because I don't know why. We'll get one more serum. Go for this ER. Then the last one. And then save for a serum. Serum on this side. Getting maybe 319. Rudy is the best hero? I don't know about that. Well, maybe this season. At least now we don't suck anymore. I don't want to jinx it. This guy with another 10,000 machine guns. Well, remember that hit where we flirt on the left side? Maybe we can try that. Let's try the clones to hopefully get the shock mines, hopefully. And then just pray that these aren't too mean. Now maybe it's okay if we flare, let's say. I think that shock launcher first. Alright, get a serum going. Come on, clones, do something good. Get a few out there. Get a few more critters going, especially want to go towards this left side. You know, others might be okay. Just gotta flare all the other ERs. Come on, one more serum. And we have like no flares. Got some going for that side, some for the last ER. I think it's still gonna be just a little too slow. The last few clones. Those machine guns, I mean, they do add up. Don't think we can make that base because, I mean, 4 extra buildings is a lot. But luckily, don't lose that streak. I think the beginning was fine, but you know, maybe even delaying the current cannon is still like another second. So in that case, we should have flared this ER first to get these current cannons, getting rid of those shock mines. So after these finish being stunned, and then they can help out. So maybe that for next time. Yeah, right, Loco? We keep it a secret though, so don't tell anyone. We're still seeing so many different kinds of 5VRs. So it may be fun the next few days to figure out if there's any 1 or 2 good layouts, and what kind of hits to do. I didn't know 4ER still existed. A lot of boom cannons, every single one on the left. But I think here it can do maybe a couple career cannons. Or just do a normal Rainmaker rush, why not? Especially using those clones to get rid of, let's say, all these shock mines. Alright, let's try it out. Get a serum going early. We do want to flare that sniper. Maybe 1 shock in that shock launcher. Get rid of all those shock mines. Get some more serums going. We get some more stuff, and then some more serums, and then more serums. And I think maybe more serums. So maybe not that base. Not when you have clone rifles. Hey Adam, what's going on? He was still kind of fast too, 316. It's amazing matching those 22s. So again, back to that Predator Cannon hit. Things still going from the right side. And throw that sniper. Then maybe onto this sniper right here. Go like that. Alright, get a serum early. As soon as we get some of those guys, into another serum. Got a few Kura cannons. And maybe just going for the ERs. Got some on that ER. As soon as we get a few, we can keep on flaring. At least I hope we can flare. I guess we don't want to flare because we don't have GBE. I still think a little bit too slow. Just a few more seconds. Well, if we find some other low ranks to bully and stop matching 22s. Conquest, I bet you could beat us with a 3 ER base. I bet you can beat us with a 2 ER base. Just gotta get high enough rank. It was still fun playing that 2 ER meta not too long ago. That's why it's kind of fun starting an account from rank 1. Hey, we got Ryan in the chat. What's going on? Okay, some more 5 ERs. We see this one right there. I think let them clear a fair amount. Maybe a few clear cannons on the corner. Get a serum early. You know what, we'll do one shot in that shock launcher. We know it's gonna be annoying pretty soon. And now try to serum both the Kura cannons and the critters. Get a few of these guys out there. Let's get some more serums. Maybe one more shot, get a shield. Get another serum. And one more flare. I don't know, one more serum on something, but 320. Got Mojo again. And looks okay. Yeah, that 22 did have 50 BH. But you know what happens? Almost every season there's gonna be some mismatches. It does suck, especially if you're beating people around your rank, but just gotta deal with it. Like we're gonna do right now. So it's still the same kind of base. Again, don't think a Rainmaker on the left would really help out. Maybe some weird flares avoiding the shock mines, but you can try flaring that boom cannon instead. And then just go from there. a serum early. As soon as we have stuff going, get another serum. Maybe a shield too. Get someone that boom cannon. Get some more stuff going. Maybe some more serums. And just hope those critters are enough. One more serum, I don't know, on the right side I think. I think a little too slow. We're on the same time, but clearing a little bit later, just to get more critters out there. 317. Hey Tiago, what's going on? How's your Scorcher account doing? Saw some people making a good push yesterday. Gabe, don't think that Zukas are worth it. You know what, maybe you're right. Because now it's like all about the critters. Can you even see in that last hit? Did the Zukas do anything? Well, you know, they kill that shock launcher early. I don't think we have any alive at that point. But even here, we should have flared that ER, then this one, then the left one. It could be also doing the magic 160 GB, which I think we might do. Maybe that 5 extra helps out. Tiago got your chest yesterday, left your push for today. Nice, might be a fun stream. You know, I think at least for the beach shock launcher, maybe it's good having that around. I guess if you don't have it, yeah, let's try the 3 clones instead. So flaring that sniper, then let's do maybe this cannon, then go further from there. Get a serum early. Wait just a few seconds. Wanted to flare the sniper, but got a mortar instead. I think once some rifles get up there, I don't know, maybe just start flaring. Couple shocks. Get another serum pretty soon. And get the last one. Maybe one final serum. Come on, as soon as this ER goes down. Okay, like 2 seconds faster. But should still be a little better. Still getting those draws. So mortar's fine. I think boom cannon's fine too. But maybe after going for like a more central building. Rage gets Scorchers unlocked, push to legend rank. We might just Rage unlock Scorchers, how about that? Well, I was doing some 3 ER hits yesterday and saw people with Lasertrons. I didn't realize how little damage they did. So many 22s. This guy with the sky shield. Which maybe isn't too bad if let's say we flare like that boom cannon instead. Go from the left. Or just still from the right side and let's say flare that cannon. Maybe go for that mortar still. I think if we get a good split, as long as we have a few critters going on that side. I mean, we got a few rifles, but is it gonna be enough? Well, we're gonna find out pretty soon. Maybe with a serum. No, even with a serum, it does so little damage. Gotta have one more going, but still waiting on that side. I guess it kind of makes sense since there are clones too. Our poor little clone rifles. Even with serum taking a million shots. Tiago, what's your YouTube account name? You know what, Tiago, why don't you put your link in the chat? Have people check out that stream later on. Tiago, maybe it works better on compacts. Well, even if that's true, Rainmakers are also good on compacts. All that splash damage. Even Critter Cannons kind of, especially once you have shield. I think every single 22 in the world is playing. So again, we'll flare that machine gun. And then maybe this sniper go from that side. And try that out. Get a few critters going first. Got a shield and another serum. And maybe just straight for that ER. Into one shock. Just serum on everything. Enough on this side. That ER covered. This one too. And one more serum. And then I guess one last flare. Come on, get a serum going. I don't know, is it gonna be fast enough? 314. Seen some people on us with different times. You know what, this time, looks like it is. So, finally beating a 22 instead. Hey, 5-hour nap, Tiago, is still better than nothing. I think we slept for more than 4 hours for the first time in like a full week. You know, last night was a good sleep. Hey, Nilly just hit 4 ER with Critter Cannons. What to unlock next? Now I can kind of see after this hit. This one, I think again, we flare that machine gun. And then let's do maybe that cannon. I think this cannon right here, and then just go along that side. Maybe onto each ER. We've got a few critters going. Then we get that flare. As soon as we see some critters, we keep on flaring. Let's get that sniper covered. Maybe shock the shock launchers. I don't know, get some ERs or something. Alright, one right there. We see some critters, we start moving. And now just save for our last serum. Alright, well that one is a little better. 319. Well, it was annoying matching 22s, but I think this might be it. Matched him a few times too, but that's gonna be diamond. And even with that win streak, because again, we love matching 22s. You know, sleeping is crazy. Who does that? But I think 5 ER with machine guns, that's an option too. So if you hit 4 ER with current cannons, I think either option. If you want to push right now, get mines, get building health, or if you want to wait a bit later, just save until 5 ER. Either way, I think it's going to work out fine because maybe in 2 or 3 days you have everything. But I think that's okay. If you want to keep pushing, maybe with like some more machine guns or troop health. But I think we're okay for now. Our next step on this account is going to be that critter node. Because even on these hits that we're kind of slow on. Just one critter you can throw takes down this ER. And you can even like flare here early. Throw one critter and a shock. Use serums too, so I think it's going to be a fun, crazy meta. And maybe even after that. Well, nothing crazy. More GBE, building damage, stuff like that. Or we should be really smart and get that Doom Cannon. But still, don't know if we're going to go through machine guns or troop health, but we'll just decide a bit later. Hey, you helped us, Tao. At least we didn't lose. Such a mean guy with building health and mines. We should have been faster too. I think it's just what buildings to flare like. That boom cannon didn't really make sense. Because that shock mine's got a few critter cannons. Especially this one here. So just figuring out those stuff. Thanks, Ultra Tony Bud. Now Adam, you're spot on. We gotta get tanks and tank rush. Hey, tanks with serum are pretty fast. But compare that to like our last hit, I think just doing a better job at what to flare. Like even slight differences on buildings really matters. Because you want the clone rifles to get the shock mines, and not the critter cannons. Thanks Tiago Droby. Like this cannon means the critters that pop out, they do clear a few shock mines. And doing that every single critter cannon is just on that good speed. And I think one serum, a full 10 seconds, lasts all flaring ERs. So if you time it just right, then it works. Can we do anything else? Probably not. No op-hits or anything. If I'd want to push right now, I'd probably get 4 machine guns. Or just wait a bit later and get troop health, building damage, and then this. I guess it depends. Do you want 4 machine guns at some point? No, maybe probably you do. But that's a decision for another point. And on this account, still going back for Mines building health, but after that critter node. But if you're deciding between Mines BH or 5VR, again, both options work, but do whatever's more fun. But I think we're going to wrap things up right there. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.